Sorry about the low light. But look, man, it's 1 degree above even existing temperature. 1 degree. That's cold here. Hold on. What's going on, folks? Good to see you back here in the middle of this cold winter we're having. Man, it's been cold here. Wow, it got down below zero. For several days and nights, it was below zero and stayed there. I mean, in the daytime highs, in the daytime highs, it was above zero, but it was below freezing, 32 degrees, a lot colder than 32. It's nice out there today. It's like, last time I looked, it was like 45, I think, something like that. But got another big snowstorm coming, they say. We got snow on the ground right now, still. It's never melted off the ground since the last big one we got. And they're calling for another big one. Today is, what is today? February 1st. It's Tuesday, because I took the trash out today. They pick it up Wednesday morning, so it's February 1st. And they're calling for another big storm on the East Coast this weekend, sometime near the end of the week or the weekend. So they're saying. Like I say, we still got snow on the ground. It's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches on the ground. Everything's covered white, man, with the white stuff, the horrible white stuff we all hate. Anyways, the wife had to go to the store again, just like a month ago, so I'm kind of watching for her and go help her carry groceries in when she gets back. And I thought I would just make this quick video for the monthly thing, tell you what's going on. Really not much going on. She's doing really well, from the sickness. She put her in the hospital in September. She's really doing well. I don't know if she'll have to stay on that BiPAP machine and oxygen when she sleeps for the rest of her life or not. I don't know. We don't know, She still has the machine here, still puts it on when she goes to sleep every night. But I noticed if she falls asleep and forgets to put it on, it's like, I notice her, watching her, like she fights to breathe, you know what I mean? She fights to get oxygen in. So I always wake her up and say, here, you got to put this on, But not much going on, man, not too much. Working on a lot of guitars, doing quite a bit of guitar work. Haven't been videoing much of it because of the way YouTube's, did my bigger channel. I'll tell you, I never saw anything like that before, but I'm finding out it's not only my channel that's getting struck down. It's happening and has happened to other channels too. It's just like they just jerk the rug out from under you, man. And, I don't get, maybe, I doubt if even 1/4 of the views and the traffic that used to come to my channel and watch my videos. I mean, I'm lucky to get, I can put a new video up there, and in 24 hours, I am lucky if it's got 500 views on it. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I could put a video up and it would have 5,000 views on it in a day, or a couple of days. Not anymore, man, and everything, it just cuts everything down. It cuts the watch time down, cuts the monetization down, everything works together with that shit, the way they do it. I'm a little bit hoarse, man. Been outside quite a bit today. This is the first decent day we've had as you could stand it out there. And I may have stayed out there too long. Got a little bit of hoarse throat right now. I guess that's what it's from. I feel okay. Still working on that damn banjo. I got my glove right here. And I'll tell you, I told my grandson, I told you guys about this. I told my grandson, I said, around February, hopefully I'm going to have a gift that you had on your Christmas list, not this past Christmas, but a year ago. And I didn't tell him what it was. And what it was a year ago on his Christmas list, he wanted a banjo and to take lessons from his Pat. And I couldn't show him anything, man. I mean, I just couldn't play the banjo. My hands would just go crazy. But I did get him a banjo, set him up with that, and he's been learning on his own and getting very good at it, man. I was really shocked. Anyways, the plan was in February, which is already here, starting today. Well, when you'll see this sometime this week, probably, or weekend. I was going to show him stuff on the banjo because I know all kind of melodic and chromatic stuff, and I know how to play traditional straight Scruggs, Reno. I mean, when I played the banjo all the time, everybody would always say, this guy can sound like Earl Scruggs, or he can sound like Don Reno, or he can play like Bela Fleck. I mean, I could play all those styles. Because I played 33 years, I didn't do anything except play the banjo. So, you know, I studied it pretty hard. Let me get a drink of this juice. And I could play like single string stuff like Don Reno did. I learned all the Earl Scruggs stuff, all the Bela Fleck stuff. Learned some stuff by Scott Vestal. Noam Pikelny wasn't probably born yet, you know, so I didn't learn any of his stuff. Anyways, I've been practicing it again. I started about the middle of December, I think. Yeah. So it's been a little bit over a month. And I'm still having trouble with it, man. I mean, some days are better than others, you know. But any one of you guys that's watching this video that plays the banjo, it actually plays the banjo, you will know, and I think you will agree, the banjo's not an instrument. You never really learn to play it. You can play it all your lifetime, and there's still everything to learn about it. You know what I mean? It just takes a lifetime to learn how to really play one, you know, to really, you know, play it right. And I guess maybe I'm trying too hard, you know. I started out playing like 30 or 40 minutes, hour a day, and now I'm up to about 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours a day, some days, not every day, but if, you know, if I got a day I don't have a lot of work to do, then I'll spend 3 or 4 hours on it. Yeah, maybe a couple of days, 3 days a week, I'll play it that long. Usually it's maybe an hour a day, you know. And at my age, you don't learn things like you learned them 50 years ago, you know what I mean? I know some of y'all can attest to that too. But it's coming along. First day I got these gloves. I came in right here in this room, sat down with the banjo, and I could not, even with the gloves on, man. I mean, I knew everything in my head. Knew the chords, knew the notes, knew the scales. I learned old fiddle tunes one time, note for note, the way the fiddle players played them. And it's like a melodic style, you know. I'd already played a lot of chromatic stuff on the banjo, and then I got into this melodic fiddle type way of playing. And it's going to take a long time to get all that down. I mean, right now I'm mainly working on the very old Earl Scruggs stuff only. That's what I'm working on right now. Like I say, if you play the banjo, you know what it takes, and getting the right hand down, it's just, I mean, it don't happen overnight. When you have laid the instrument down for 33 years, or maybe you're just starting to play, because I'm having to learn all over again. Everything's different, man. I've lost my right hand technique. It's gone out the window. I can watch old videos of me playing back in the 80s, 70s, the 60s. I don't think I played any in the 90s. Well, you know, other than just get it out once in a great while. But man, the way I played, my technique then, compared to the way it is right now, is totally different. My hand right now, it looks more flatter. It looks like I'm picking from these knuckles instead of these, which I played with these before. It just looks so, it's totally different. I swear, when I tell you I'm having to learn the banjo all over again, to relearn it, I'm not kidding, man. I mean, everything on the left hand I remember. Well, I'm sure I forgot stuff, but not as much as I thought. I remember more than I thought I did. But the right hand's totally different. I can't remember why I played like I did or had the technique. Maybe it was just the way I learned as a kid. I started on banjo when I was 4 years old. And I played it for 30-some years. So, I don't know. I'm having to learn all over again. It's just like picking a banjo up and never playing one before. But I know the left hand. It's confusing. It's just, you know, getting the technique of the right hand down. I knew it was going to take time, especially at my age. But it's coming. It's coming, though. I mean, you know, I can play better now than I could a month ago. A whole lot better. I can actually play. It's a miracle. It's a friggin' miracle I can play it at all, man. As screwed up as my hands are and the way they shake and shit, being 30 plus years since I played it, it's a miracle that I can play it all. It really is. Wow, I'm hoarse. Big time hoarse, man. But I'm going to get it down. Hopefully sometime, it's probably going to be toward the end of this month, I'll be able to start showing my grandson stuff. He's 18 years old, so, you know, he's at a good age to really pick up on things fast. My daughter sent me a video clip just from her phone, and I couldn't believe it, man. Now, my son, I taught him to play banjo when he was little. He recorded a CD. I don't know if we have any more of those or not, but he never plays it anymore. But he showed my grandson a lot of stuff. I guess, you know, most of what my grandson knows, my son showed him. But then my grandson has learned an awful lot on his own, too. My son told me that, because I heard some stuff in there. I said, did you show him that? And my son said, no, he learned it on his own. It's flipping all of us out, man. Because he was into hardcore rap stuff, you know what I mean? He wasn't into metal or southern rock or country. He was into hardcore rap. And I don't know why he wanted to just, bam, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he wanted the banjo, want to take lessons from his pap. Well, he's had the banjo a while now, and hopefully the lessons are going to start this month, I hope, anyways. I'll have some videos for you guys of my accomplishments as soon as I feel a little more comfortable about it, or catch it on one of those good days when I can actually play something, you know, halfway decent on it. Anyways, that's pretty much all that's been going on here is just repair work and banjos. I'm building a Stratocaster guitar. I'll show you that. I'm going to be making videos of that. Shit, I've pretty much got all the electronics and stuff done. Just got to figure out which body I'm going to use and which neck and all that jazz, you know. But I haven't been showing any of that on YouTube. I just work on it. I've just been working on it in my spare time, and I don't have very much spare time, man. Very little bit of spare time. So, you know, but when I did get a few minutes, I would work on it. Soldering in components, finding components to put in it. And I'm going to try to make a pretty nice Stratocaster guitar out of it if everything goes right. I put all good parts in it. So, you know, shouldn't be any problem. Right now, I'm ready to put a output jack on it. And I cannot find them, man. I've got a bag of output jacks. Different kinds, all different kinds. Some of them's brand new, some of them is used, but they're all good. And, of course, I can't find that bag. So, you know, what good is something when you need it and you can't find it? You know what I mean? That's pretty much all that's been going on here. That and plowing snow, man, and charging batteries. Oh, I bought this the other day. Check this out, man. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. It's still 100%. This is an Audu. It's backwards than what I'm seeing here. But it's got a flashlight built into the end of it here. I don't know how you work. There it is. What this is a jump starter battery. It's a lithium battery. This little thing cranks out 2,000 cold cranking amps, man. When it was really cold, I went up to get my, I was going to plow snow. And a four-wheeler wouldn't turn over. I just put a new battery in that four-wheeler last year. I've got a big 48-inch, well, it ain't big, it's 48-inch wide blade mounted on, and it's a 500 Polaris Sportsman, so it's a pretty big rig. And I bought a new battery just last year and put in it, and it's done fine up until this really cold-ass spell we had. It wouldn't crank, man. It did. Four-wheeler didn't start, and then it wouldn't crank anymore. I mean, it just cranked like a couple of times over, and then the battery was dead. It wouldn't crank anymore. So I'll just come back to the house and said, Piss, I ain't going to scrape no snow today, man. It's too cold. And I was looking online and seen one of these. I thought, man, we need these in every vehicle. You know, I think I paid like $60 or something for it. Right here opens up, and you got a plug that goes in there, and then 2 cables, and then those big alligator clips on the other end of the cable from this. You know, positive and negative. And you don't have to turn anything on this thing. It's got USB ports. I can charge my phones and devices and stuff off of this. Actually, I've got one of these too. This will charge off of solar or electric or whatever. I always try to keep that stuff around, especially in the winter time, because, you know, a lot of times, you'll have heard me complain about the power here. Power is off as much as it is on. I always said, you know, if I paid my bill by the service I got, I'd only have to pay half price. Anyways, I went and got this thing, and went back up there. I don't know, it's 2 or 3 days before we started up there. I didn't have it started. I never even tried it anymore. Then when this came in, I did go back up there and tried it, and it wouldn't even crank, man. It was click, 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 you know. And you don't have to turn this thing on. You just plug the cables in there, like I said, hook them up to your terminals on your battery, and this comes on when you do that. And hit the starter, and it just, bam, it fired right up, man. And my wife, she goes out just about every day, you know. I figure she's going to be using this a lot more than I am. When, you know, if it gets cold like this again after this snow that they say is coming right now. And they say it's coming. One guy I watch says somebody on the East Coast somewhere, he couldn't pinpoint right now exactly where, but he said somebody's going to get 2 feet of snow. And we get them here a lot of times. The blizzard, what was that, 93, I think. You can Google this, the blizzard of 93. After it had done peaked out, I took a yardstick up here and measured the snow. You could barely walk outside. And I took a yardstick up there and measured it, and it was about 38 inches deep. The yardstick was 36 inches, and it went completely down in the snow. You couldn't see it, and it was about 2 inches, I'm guessing. I estimated it, well, you know, from what I measured, I estimated 2 inches higher than the yardstick was. 38 inches is what we got. And that was where it was not drift. Wasn't drifted. We had snow drifts that were 10 feet tall, man. And we do get snows around here like that. It's been a while since we had one that big, but, you know, it could happen any winter, man. I mean, it could happen any winter right here where I live. It gets cold. And it gets deep. Of course, y'all knew that when you first found me on YouTube. It gets deep. Anyways, that's about all I got for you on this one. I know I'm going to have to go carry groceries any minute now. Should be getting real close to it. And if I'm lucky, she'll bring my son here too. And he'll carry a bunch of them in and save me from doing a lot of it. So, I hope you guys are doing well, staying warm, playing lots of music, and handling a lot of guitars and banjos or whatever it is you do. I'm still going to play guitar, but I'm going to get this banjo thing down, and hopefully sooner than later, you know. We got shit all over the place. When you get old, man, we all come in here and read our blood pressure, you know, if we feel funky. There's another thing. She bought that, and she bought the thing you stick on the end of your finger, and then it reads your oxygen content in your blood, and heart rate, and all kind of crap. I guess when you get older, you should keep that stuff around. We use it pretty frequently. Haven't used that blood pressure thing for a little while, but everything else we use every day, you know. Boy, that sun off of that snow is bright, man. It's bright coming in here. Anyways, thank you guys for keeping it here. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it, and I love every one of you guys that is watching this video. You're like family, and I hope to see you sooner than later. I hope you're having a warm and a safe, healthy winter. And I'll see you. What do we got? We almost got 20 minutes, don't we? Oh, I can't see, man. Wow. This is another thing you need when you get old. Yeah. We got about 19 something. So anyways, thank you guys so much for your support here. It's going to pick back up. You know, it's hard to get back into this after losing my mom. I mean, that's the toughest challenge I've had to face in a long time, probably since I lost my dad in 1988. That's when I quit playing the banjo. I just said, fuck it, I don't need to do this anymore, you know. Because I played a lot of music with my dad when we played, when he was alive. And when he died, I just couldn't get back into the banjo, you know. It's kind of this way with videos, you know, with losing my mom, and then the way YouTube's, wow, I just get pissed every time I think about what YouTube's done to my channel, the bigger one. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm not going to get into that. Thank you. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you next month.